We're over on ngc.com. This is a news article, and it says here, coining of the zinc cents actually commenced on January 7th, 1982 at the West Point Mint. So the 1982 cents started to be minted. The mintage got started at the West Point Mint, the zinc cents. And it said, little remembered today is that this facility produced 1,000,000,000 cents from 1974 to 1985. As these bear no mint marks, they are indistinguishable from those made at Philadelphia. Think about this for a minute. All the 1982s you see out there, if they don't have a mint mark, are either Philadelphia or West Point Mint. Not only that, there was 1,587,245 struck at the San Francisco Mint. So let's just keep reading. Denver continued to produce solely brass cents until October 21st, 1982. So they've done all these brass cents in Denver, and then that was conversion day, October 21st of 1982. After coining brass cents in the morning, an hour's suspension was effected, during which time all remaining brass cents and planchets were cleared away, and the striking of zinc cents began. So that's an important note, okay? So on October 21st, the Denver Mint, they were striking the large dates on that day, and they were all striking them on bronze planchets that weigh 3.1 grams. So they stopped production and took an hour to clear out and make sure all the bronze planchets were gone, cleared out, cleaned out. But they made a mistake, or someone did it on purpose. There were two at least, because two have been discovered, that were left, copper planchets that were left. And when they started striking, accidentally struck those with the small date D dies, the Denver dies, with the small date on a 3.1 gram planchets. So far, two people have found these. Now, I don't know if there's any more out there or not. More than likely, maybe not, because it's been since 1982. You're going to have to be very lucky to find one in some roll stashed away somewhere. But that's what happened. That's the part that everybody gets confused. Because when they went to clear off the 3.1 bronze planchets to replace the striking on 2.5 gram zinc copper plated planchets, that's where the mistake happened. So they can weigh 2.5 grams, they can weigh 3.1, but if it's a 1982D on a small date, okay, on a 3.1 gram planchet, that's the one. I know I'm going to say it one more time. It's a 1982D on a small date that weighs 3.1 grams. That is not supposed to exist. They took an hour trying to clear off those bronze planchets that weigh 3.1 grams, and accidentally two of them were left within the bin somehow. The first delivery of these from the coining division was made on the 27th. The San Francisco Mint struck nearly 4 million proof cents for collectors, but these were all of the traditional composition. It was found that the underlying zinc broke through its thin copper plating under repeated impressions given to proof dies. So see, there you go. You got your split plating that's very common on these. This problem was solved in 1983 and subsequent years by furnishing each planchet or proof planchet with a second copper plating. Oddly enough, San Francisco did mint for general circulation in 1982. Like those made at West Point, however, these bear no mint mark. So there you have it. We have all of our 1982s were actually minted at all the mints. And I have this right here that shows each example that was minted for the year. There were 7 total minted. Now, each one of these coins are worth just a few cents a piece, maybe $1 or 2 a piece, because some people like to collect these. 1982's become such a popular year because of the rare one that people are looking for, and there is a double die for the 1982 large date. Okay, this is not a double die. This one's not. Okay, so what we have are normal cents that you would find in circulation. You can buy them by the roll. So this is where everybody gets it confused. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you these set. I'm going to show you the set that I have, and there's 7 different releases for 1982. And as we talked about, the Philadelphia mints, the no mint marks here could be West Point, San Francisco, or Philadelphia. No difference in the dies or the finish, so you can't tell, so it doesn't matter. So for all intents and purposes, they're Philadelphia strikes, because the Philadelphia mint would have sent the dies to those branch mints. Then you have the Denver mints that do have the mint mark. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. First off, 3.1 grams is the copper. So you have a 1982 no mint mark large date, and it's 3.1 grams. Then you have 3.1 gram small date without a mint mark, Philadelphia mint right here, and it weighs 3.1 grams. Okay. Then we have this copper 1982D large. Now we know that there's a large with the no mint mark date here that has a double die, but it still should be noted that there are a couple double die verses and a couple double die reverse for the 1982 large date no mint mark. I do want to throw that in there. You have a better chance of finding these than the rare 1982s. We're not worried about that though. That's not the concern here. This is not about the variety. This is about the different types that were released for that year. So we have a 3.1 gram copper no mint mark large date. Then we have it in the small date, 3.1 grams. Then we have the 1982D large date, which is 3.1 grams. So we're going to mark each one of those. So this is 3.1 grams, 3.1 grams, 3.1 grams, normal. They were minted in the billions, millions, hundreds of millions. Okay. Then you have all these zinc planchets. So remember, they took an hour on the 21st, the Denver Mint did, to clear out all the copper bronze planchets, the 3.1 gram planchets, so that they can make way for striking these two right here, the small date 1982D and the large date. Now they were on a copper plated zinc and they weigh 2.5 grams, so that's important. So we're really going to focus on the Denver Mint here because the Denver Mint struck a large date on a zinc planchet with a D, and they also struck a small date on a 2.5 gram planchet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put it on all of these so that you know, but we're not really concerned so much about the Philadelphia Mint issues here because that's not where the rare ones are at. They're supposed to be 2.5 grams. So we've got all these marked as 2.5 grams here at the bottom. And you have an example of Denver Mint for large and small and Philadelphia Mint large and small. Up here, though, there's one that's missing. Because when they cleared out all those bronze planchets, they installed the small date dies, and they weren't supposed to strike the small dates on those bronze 3.1 planchets, not the Denver Mint one. Denver Mint was not supposed to. It was only supposed to be on a large date. Accidentally, though, two of those bronze planchets that's been found so far, two of them were left in that room when they were supposed to clear out those bronze planchets, and they were struck with the small date D dies. So there's two of them so far. Those are the rare ones that are worth thousands of dollars if they're graded and authenticated, because there's a lot of fakes out there too. But if it's a 1982D Denver Mint, small date, now it has to be the small date, struck on a bronze planchet that weighs 3.1 grams, then you have something. Now, I know a lot of people have trouble with the small date. We can take a look at one of them here, but it just basically looks more like a crook. It looks more like a road that ends at a stop sign and you've got a straightway that you can only turn left. Okay, that's basically what it looks like. And your large date here is just a little less angular. I mean, it just looks more like a Loch Ness Monster, the old Loch Ness Monster they found out that was fake. Also, you'll see plating blisters. But if you look at the difference here, you can see the difference. They're not the same. If it's damaged, forget it. You're just wasting your time on a damaged coin. So this is where everybody needs to get the price guide. You need to buy a price guide, use a price guide. There's Numis Media, there's the Coin Dealer Newsletter, CPG. You can get NGC price guide, PCGS price guide, but that's where you need to look up the values of these because a whole set like this will go for 10 to 20 bucks. The coins themselves are worth a few cents. People are spending them every day. The only ones you want are the 4 double dies that I talked about for the large date and then that 1982D small date on a 3.1 gram planchet. The rest of these are just normal, common. There's just nothing special about them, just accept the fact that they are very popular because people are always looking for the wrong one, unfortunately, and hopefully this video helped clear that up for you. So hopefully that further clarified things for everybody because it is very confusing for some people. 7 different releases for that year. And they cleared off all the copper planchets to make the small date at Denver and accidentally left 2 planchets so far is what people found. 2 copper 3.1 gram planchets on accident, and they got struck by the Denver dies for the small date. That's the ones you look for, not the rest of them. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please sub my channel and also share this video, and have a great day.